I guess this is part
Hold
two.
on. Let me make an update on Instagram because I feel like most people just came from my Instagram. Hold on. I'm writing we're set for until what 1 p.m. right?
Yeah. One.
We're set until 1 p.m. Sorry for the difficulties.
I really wonder what the hell just happened.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause I'm
All right, let's
watching
keep
it.
going. Let's keep going. Come on, let's keep going.
Now you good, but I was
Mm.
saying like no with the Michael Jackson shit. So like,
Oh no, we cut off at when I said I'm dead set on the music career. We cut off then.
okay, okay.
So I guess since we're picking up from the stream, we after the stream cut off, we talked about music videos and like how people usually don't there's not much storytelling going on in music videos nowadays. That kind of sucks because Michael Jackson's music videos were really nice. And like the music videos back then were pretty like there was a lot of storytelling going on, like make it memorable. Now it's just
It's
flashing
it's
stuff
nothing.
on.
It's more
Yeah.
like set production, who's got the drip, the
Mm,
lights and stuff. Cause I
yeah.
remember back in the day, like I remember my mom telling me, like when Michael Jackson used to drop a movie, like a music video, you go to the movie theaters to go watch that, or like you're
For
running
real?
home. Yeah, because sometimes they would, because it's Michael Jackson,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're basically movies. They would run out like a section of movie theater, and they'd all go out to watch it. Or you got motherfuckers
Mm.
sprinting home from school to go see Michael Jackson on TV, or fucking Madonna or like Lady Gaga or some shit. Like back
Mhm.
when
A
Lady
lot
Gaga
of
used to,
artists.
yeah. Nobody does that
Mhm.
anymore. I think like after like 2010, that shit is dead, bro.
And I don't know. I feel like it might have been like a thing about maybe financially. I guess you could it just you spent too much money on it. But at the same time, as like the set productions and all that stuff,
That
that
costs
also
money
takes a lot
too.
of money. So it's I don't know. I guess it's like maybe not many people have enough confidence to do like a good story. I mean, and like it's not like the stories in the music videos were amazing. Like some of them were mediocre, but it was still something.
It's like
So
worth watching. It's sort of
yeah.
like making music, right?
Mm,
You're not the only person who has to say, right? Like
mm,
sometimes like your producer has to say, whoever your label that you're working with has to say, and what's going on. So like if you're making this like 15-minute music video and they feel like people aren't gonna like really watch it, or they feel like someone's not gonna be like really in tune with it, they're just
yeah.
gonna shut it down. They'd rather just spend the money on the lights, on the clothes, on the crazy location, the
Mm.
big crane with the light coming down on it. Yo, these things have some money in it. That's it.
They
That shit
do.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, they do.
So what are you working on right now, bro?
Right
What's the new
now,
EP,
I'm
bro?
working on a lot of stuff. I don't know if I don't know if you know this, but I don't have a big team behind me like helping me out with this stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's just me and my laptop.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you.
With the except for the promotional videos on TikTok, because like that's how that's the entire thing behind of like how I get streams. Like
Mm-hmm.
just marketing on TikTok. Like it really matters to market on TikTok. I feel like a lot of people like a lot of some musicians that I know like kind of spend too much time like just trying to I guess kind of build their whole brand,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time it's like what's the point of building your brand if like you ain't got no one that's looking at your stuff, right? And like I see their point of like building the brand, but like for me I honestly like to keep my stuff pretty low key,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the reasons why like I stopped posting so much on Instagram. And I don't know, I feel like a private life is pretty good. Like I still want to do music and stuff, and like if I have to do interviews and stuff like that, I would want to, like right here I'm with you, right? I
Yeah.
wanted to do this, right? So but other than that, like I feel like you know I kind of just went on a branch.
No, you're good. You're good. You're
I went
good.
on a tangent, but yeah, back to the music producing stuff. What I'm up to. So with the marketing, I recently because my process for marketing is I write a script,
Mm-hmm.
I record it, I edit like the audio recording, make sure it's all tight, jam packed, quick, fast paced,
Mm-hmm.
and then back I used to for like a good 3 4 months I used to like add in so much stuff, just insert clips, me lip syncing what I've said and stuff, and that really that got me a lot of attention. But the thing is, my music producing time decreased.
Right.
So it's like, so I was like, I'm gonna have to hire some people. So I originally hired my friend Duncan. I had another friend that I hired recently, but I think he's been a bit busy. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. So pretty much I've just been like, I'm like, I got the money now because I'm getting money from music now, so
Hmm.
I can reinvest this into myself to, come up with stuff.
Exactly.
So while I'm making music, someone else is helping me out with the marketing and stuff. So yeah, I do all that stuff myself except for, the second half of the marketing now, because now I got someone helping me with that. Um the producing, all the so I actually produce all my music on a free software called Traction.
Traction. Yo, I know
Yeah,
what that shit is, bro.
you
I
know
got
you
you.
know
Yeah, man.
it.
I
Yeah,
feel you, bro.
it's free, dude. Like I'm really I've always been dead set on like the idea of like you can find anything online for free
Shit, you can find
legally.
Fruity Loops for free
Legally.
if you want to make beats. I could give you the
Legally.
plug.
Chill. No. No, that's the thing, because I know like a lot of people like kind of illegally get FL Studio, and I've had a couple of friends that did that as well. I'm not gonna say who because I'm not a rat, but but I personally like, I was like, it's people actually like put their time and effort into making these programs. So I kind of, if I were to get it, I would want to get it legally.
Yeah.
So instead, I just looked for a legally free program, like Traction, and it's good. Like I've made all my songs on that software, and like with free plugins.
Hmm.
So all the plugins, like the guitar stuff, like the I don't own any instruments. I used to own a guitar, but I never used it, and I think I gave it away to an old friend. But I don't use any instruments whatsoever. Everything is like free plugins I found on scavenger hunting online.
See, I
You
could
can
never.
you
I could
you
never.
can you can get that stuff. It's just, you just have to look. It's like people are like, you have to pay for everything. Everything costs money. No, if you're passionate about it, you're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
You're gonna find a way. If
At the
you're
end of
really
the day,
passionate
you
about it, you're
are.
gonna find a way.
And I think the
I
thing is though, right?
Mhm.
I feel like with some of these things, there's like a ceiling, right? Like when you want like a certain type of like, I don't, because eventually, right, whatever's working for you right now is gonna
Yeah.
not work. You know what I mean? So I'm not telling you have to go out and like eventually
Mhm.
have to buy something. It's sort of like when I started photography a couple years ago,
Mhm.
my first camera, like it wasn't like amazing, but it really
Mhm.
did the job. But then there's gonna be times where like you want to do very specific things, and it's
Mhm.
like you're gonna need that upgrade. Right
I
now
would
though,
say
I've been
I would
listening to
say
your
it, I
shit
would
and the
say
quality's
it's
good.
more like I wouldn't say it's more of needing to change. It's more of adding more to it, because I
Hmm.
do know what you mean by photography, because I have also done photography,
Yeah.
and like the lenses, they really matter.
Yeah, they
They
do.
really matter. So so yeah, I would say it's more of adding into like your gallery of stuff that you can have it at hand, of course, right?
Hmm.
Because right now on Traction, right, there I can do a lot of stuff, but if I were to get FL Studio, I'm pretty sure that maybe there might be some tools that could save me a lot of time and different stuff,
Hmm.
right? We're still going, right?
Yeah, no, somebody said something in the chat, and I would just want to look and see
Okay.
before I cut you off.
Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I think it's just more of adding into stuff for making your efficiency faster,
Hmm.
right? Unless we're talking about like changing with the times, right? Because back then it's like people like the 80s stuff, the funky
Yeah.
stuff. Now people like more of the trap stuff, like the aesthetic sounding stuff, futuristic sounding stuff, like The Weeknd, right? um Although he did kind of do a mixture with Blinding Lights of
Yeah, Blinding
futuristic
Lights
and
was
80s.
different.
It was
That was
it's so good.
yeah.
So good. Oh my god.
It's he blindsided everybody with that one. No one would
He
ever thought
did.
he would make something like that, and he came out of
Mhm.
nowhere. He didn't even say anything about it before, and he just dropped it, and it went
Blinding
crazy.
Lights. Right,
Hmm.
right. Because I think he dropped After Hours first, or Heartless. I think it was one of those. He dropped one of those first, like a single, and then he dropped Blinding Lights. And everybody jumped, and a lot of people were like, yeah. He dropped Heartless first, and then he dropped Blinding Lights. I think. I might be wrong. But and then he dropped the whole album, which replaced the two singles.
Yeah.
I'm actually a huge fan of The Weeknd, by the way. um, like I don't know if you've heard my EPs,
Hmm. Which
like
one?
the little mini albums, both Refined Taste and what's it called again? I forgot my own
I
EPs,
listened to
man.
Refined Taste.
Joey Churro. Yeah. Because I've really like I don't. Have you heard the Weeknd's first three mixtapes? His it's now a compilation called Trilogy.
No, I don't think so.
That's like it was like his first stuff of like what it made him pop off, and like it's kind of like a dark R&B type vibe, and I really like that. But and like I did take some did like try to like get a lot of inspiration for that for Refined Taste and like a few other slow songs, not slow but like more of
It's
dark
not. It's not
R&B-ish
like
type
a
songs.
poppy song.
Yeah, not like a poppy song, right? Not like
Hmm.
a very happy
No,
bright
because they're
song,
they're
right?
they're really not though.
But recently I've been like, when I make marketing videos or when I'm like looking at Michael Jackson stuff, it's like all his like biggest hits were like the happy pop stuff, right?
Hmm.
Like, I mean, except for Billie Jean, because that was kind of like, that was
If you
different. That
listen
one
to
just,
it, if you listen to the words, it makes it sound
yeah.
poppy. But when you're listening to what he's saying, it's not.
It's like, hey, yo, hold up,
Yeah,
hold up.
exactly.
Yeah. So, and Blinding Lights is another perfect example, right? It's a happy pop song, so I want to do more of that type of stuff. So like, I guess it was a good start off for me, like to just start with the dark R&B stuff, like just a little bit of it, because I
Mhm.
also did include like some happy pop stuff,
Yeah.
like Refined Taste. But yeah, as you can tell from Addicted and Excited, and I apologize for being a F boy.
Yeah. When I saw that shit, I said I had to hear it. I had to hear it.
remember the original version?
Yeah, bro. When I
Oh,
saw
yo. Yo, that was so bad. It was so bad. Cause I remastered my stuff. I
yeah.
remastered it. Like the Joe Ichiro EP, it used to be called Highway Overdose. Those 6 songs, they were totally different. Except for Joe
Yeah.
Ichiro was totally different. The other different colors sound like trash. Limerence and Limerence Part 2, it was one song, and that shit sounded like trash. It was terrible. It was so, I mean, I think my beat producing, I think I had like a good ear for the melody,
Hmm.
but I didn't exactly go on beat most of the time, and my flow or
Mm.
lyrics sometimes wasn't very
It
concise,
didn't like
and
match up with what's going on.
as well as my melody, like I was off tune. I didn't use any auto tune. I was like going off tune. Now I use like a
Ah.
manual pitch, like so like I do a lot of takes, and whenever and I can like see when I'm off it. So I'm like, okay, I just need to fix that little peak, boom, right? Because I do use a little bit of auto tune. I don't like go with the like automatic tune, the
See,
auto
the thing
tune.
is though about how you use it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
sound like a robot.
That's the thing, right? Like that's the biggest thing that takes work in my actual thing, because in my actual music producing, because if I want to do it fast, I can put in the auto tune,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's called auto pitch correction, and then it'll auto pitch correct like the entire thing into whatever major scale I put it in,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then I sound like a robot. But if I manually pitch like every single melody and notes,
Mm-hmm.
I can adjust the parts that I want to be online, and the parts where I'm like I want a gradual increase and stuff.
Cause you know what I realized too, like about
Mhm.
like auto tune or how auto tune or whatever the fuck. It's sort of like
Yeah.
I used to play trombone up until like a year or two ago,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like I remember I used to always be really critical about myself because my dumb ass used to play with a tuner and then play and then get pissed whenever I didn't hit like perfect pitch. And my
Uh-huh.
teacher had to like explain to me, he's like, not every note needs to hit perfect tune, otherwise you're
Yeah.
not gonna sound natural. Some
Mhm.
things just like in the context of the song, or sometimes they're flatter, sometimes they're sharper, sometimes they're brighter, darker, whatever. So when people just slap autotune on a major scale and they're not even singing in a major scale, they could be singing in a minor scale. They sound so stupid. It sounds so foolish. I went to the studio one time with this one kid, right? Because he wanted me to do photography for him in the booth, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
listening to the song. This song is a minor scale, bro. And the guy has him like E major or something. And I'm like sitting in the back, like, why does this sound so retarded? And I'm listening, I'm like, this is so foolish right now. And I'm looking, and I see the screen, I'm like, oh my god. And it's not my place to really say anything because they're all hyping him up. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, so be it.
Oh my god, bruh. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Like not everything has to be exactly like Yeah, yeah. You know, I sometimes overthink about that, and like, you know, like you have the kick, like the boom, boom, and then like the claps, right?
Yeah.
Like do do do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the kicks and claps, right? I sometimes overthink the claps, and I'm like, what if no one just hasn't tried the like auto tuning the claps? What if no one, what if you auto tune the claps? So that's like some weird stuff that I think of, but yeah, yeah, you got to do it in moderation, right?
One
Of
thing I
course,
would.
like it makes it so much faster if I was actually like if I would have had years of training for singing, because I didn't think I could sing until like I think my last year of high school, where I was kind of like, you know, I think I kind of think I have a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I didn't take any chorus class. I thought that was cringe. No offense to any chorus people.
No, but the
I
thing is
thought,
though,
yeah, yeah.
everybody can sing, right? Your voice is just like any
That's
other
true.
part of your
Mhm.
body.
That's true. I think
Like,
anybody can sing. Yeah, yeah.
but you
Mhm.
gotta like do it, because
You got it.
people will be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm bad at singing." Well, but you don't know what pitches are. You don't know what you're singing.
Mhm.
You know, you're if your ear isn't like naturally like that, like be able to match pitch with, you know, something else that's going on. Like,
I
well,
think
if I
I
go
actually
huh
think
huh, can you match
yeah.
pitch?
Mhm.
And if you
Mhm.
can't do that, then obviously you're not gonna be able to sing as well, because you don't have a reference. You don't know anything.
Mhm. I actually have I have a theory about that. I haven't fact checked this. I have no idea if this theory is true, but
Go
I
ahead.
do know like my mom, like my mom, like when I was still like in her belly, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's very like caring, and she and my dad always like thought of everything, you know, to make sure I was raised right, like especially in the womb as well. And they had me listen to classical music a lot, and apparently that has some sort of effect on babies. And I don't know if that has anything that's tied to like what the ability to hear, like, you know, be able to match pitch or something, like what you're
I honestly,
uh-huh.
I'll co-sign you on that. I back that up because I'm
Really?
very musical in my
Okay.
family, right?
Uh-huh.
And at first it was just me. So my siblings, they've all grown up with me, you know, just playing music and doing certain things. They're so fucking good. I cannot believe it. My little sister, she's like 6. She can play the violin and she knows what the pitches are. Like
Uh-huh.
off rip. Like she's like super smart.
That's some
She
Charlie Puth
can
stuff. That's some Charlie
yeah.
Puth stuff. That's good.
She can
That's
play the
good. Yeah.
piano. And my little brother, he's like 2. Bro, he like when he plays the piano, right? Sometimes he just mashes on it, but there's times that you catch him like actually putting something together, and this little boy's over here like this, and
Like,
he's
hey,
too
yo,
yeah.
yes.
He said he's
Okay.
like, okay, I'm cooking up right now, and I'm watching him like, yo, what are you doing? And he's like, huh? And then he's like loses it. I'm like, ah.
He's in the zone. He's in the zone, right? Some people get shy when like you interrupt them in their zone.
But
I got you.
my
I
thing
got
is
you.
though, it's like you see it. I've seen that. I've seen that shit.
Mhm.
And like I don't know, kids just respond to like music different than like grown people, because like
Mhm.
when you're grown, right, like you like analyze everything. Like Loki, people say they don't judge things, or like they try not, like you literally do. You hear things and you go, do I like this, do I not, do I like it, you know what I'm saying? When you're a kid,
It's
bro, you
more
just
like when
receive
you're a
stuff.
kid, you don't care.
Yeah,
Like
you just receive
you let
things.
yourself go. You let yourself go, and it's that ability of not caring that, like, you know, can really take you places, right? Like the
Hmm.
ability to just be like, whatever. Like I might be sounding like trash right now, but I know once I'm done with this, it's gonna sound fire, right? Like it's the ability to just not care at the moment and be like
Hmm.
just playing around and stuff. It's tough. It's good. Yeah, yeah. It's good. You know, it's good that your family. I actually, you know, I'm sure you probably know a lot about music theory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I'm gonna be
See,
honest with you.
music
I don't know
music
anything
theory,
about
right?
that. Uh-huh.
I was talking about this. Wait, 1 second.
Mhm.
I was talking about this with the last kid I had on here, right?
Yeah.
His name is Chris. Me and him, we took music theory together for a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about like there you really can go really far without knowing anything about music theory.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start like impeding on it, like start breaking certain rules of music theory. Well, not they're not rules, right? It's music theory. But when you start going across certain guidelines, right, or like straying from it too hard without doing it purposefully, is when some things don't
like chords, like the chords. I
Yeah.
recently found out about the chords. I recently started getting into more chord and like the chord stuff. I was like, okay, like, cause I remember like as I was remastering Joichiro, I was like, some of this doesn't sound right, and I was like, ah, there it
Hmm.
is, yeah, yeah. And I looked into the chorus and I'm like, there it is, yeah, yeah.
And the thing is too, right? You don't have to know like what music theory is off rip for you to have that inkling to be like, this doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you do know, like have that background, you know exactly what it is that made it sound that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it
Yeah.
is, really.
Definitely, yeah. I'm gonna have to learn like a bunch of music theory later on, like as I slowly go in.
What I would do, bro,
Yeah.
is just like chord progressions and shit. When you start learning chord progressions and stuff, we could talk about this another time too, right? And I'll try and help you
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
a
yeah. This is
thing,
like I don't think a lot of people are gonna get this type of stuff.
yeah.
So yeah,
But
yeah.
but this right here, this is for you, right?
Mhm.
What I would do is, if you like, sit down, find a chord progression, lay it out, and then write your melody on top of it, and just do it a couple times, and just try and stay within those chords. And then the more you do it, the more intricate you can get with your melodies. The more, you
I'm gonna
know.
have to start learning how to write down chords because I don't even write down anything,
Oh,
dude.
damn.
No, like the way I produce music is like when I plan out like what I'm gonna sing,
Hmm.
I grab like this synth I always use like kind of like a little chime, and like I just put down like stuff that I feel like
Oh, hold
sounds
on.
good,
Somebody's
right?
coming at me for my bonnet, bro. I always got my
Huh?
bonnet on. Always. Somebody.
What is it? I actually wondered what that was from the beginning. I was like,
No,
what
it
is
is. It's
that?
my bonnet.
Hmm?
I got
Oh,
braids,
okay, okay.
so I don't always want to
Oh, that's
throw
what
a
they're using.
do-rag
Yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
See, so I'll. But they're looking
Woo.
kind of dusty right now, so I have
You
to.
got You got waves? Let me see them
Hell no, I
waves.
got no waves. I got like corals that come down like this. But it looking kind of dusty right now, so you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, go on though.
Where
You sent.
looking like a fifth century monarch. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Yes, sir. No, no, no. Okay, the way I produce is like I just like put like just click on like the little chords and stuff, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like I just hear it. And I'm like, I like that. Maybe not. And I just switch up some stuff, and then I just try to like match the. I'm not gonna go into detail with that because
Mm-hmm.
it's so weird like describing it without any visuals. So
No, I get
yeah.
you because I've been there. I've seen it before.
Mhm.
The thing is too, with your chords and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Once you like learn or like have an idea of how progressions and stuff work, like have any idea of music theory,
Yeah.
your process just goes like that. It's like it's put into turbo drive because fucking you spend a lot of time in trial and error, right?
Mhm.
But if you have
Mhm.
the background of music theory, you know what type of chords give a certain type of mood. You know what type of notes or scales give a certain type of sound. So before you even go into it, you're like, oh, I could start this way, and if I want this type of song,
Mm.
and you've basically, you set yourself up
Yeah, yeah.
for the
I
rest of
could
the time.
definitely tell. I can definitely tell. Like as I started like going into more music theory, I was like, this is like if I learned more of this, I could probably speed up my process way faster, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's get off the topic of music theory because like I feel like nobody can really like be interested in that because I guess people are more of I
Hey
don't know.
man, we
We
still
can
got
talk.
all the whole 7 8 people in here, so we chilling.
We can talk about anime or something.
Have you, bro?
What's up?
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Everybody can hate on My Hero if they want to, but that new season that dropped has got me lit, and I got my
What
girlfriend.
Attack on Titan? Whoa, whoa, what? Well, I'm not. I can't read your lips. Hold
No,
on
no,
right now.
I
What does
liked
that mean?
I liked Attack on Titan until like season 2, and they lost me.
What?
They lost me
Are you
after
for
season
real?
2. Yeah,
Dang. No, so you oh, bro, dude. Season.
I'm gonna go back and watch it, but I
Yeah,
can't watch
yeah.
that every week.
I remember like when I first I think because I watched Attack on Titan when I was like I got introduced to anime back in like 2015 when my friend was like this is actually funny. My friend Raphael was like, Franco, you gotta watch anime. You gotta watch you gotta I'm not anime. He was telling me to watch Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, no, that's
Oh
the
my
I was like, no, I
god.
don't want to watch Dragon Ball Z. That no, I don't want to watch it, right? And the reason I didn't want to watch it was because my mom used to babysit me. I used to have a babysitter like when I was like in elementary school.
Oh my
And
god,
once
they're all coming at me right now. Season 3, season 4 though.
wait, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yo, chill out. I can't read the chat because I don't want to. I want to like keep being in the Zoom call.
Yeah.
No. So the babysitters, right? She had children, right?
Mhm.
And like they were kind of, they're assholes, and they kept on like, you know, they really bullied me like when I was being babysitted by them, and they always watched Dragon Ball Z, and that's why I didn't like Dragon Ball Z, because of that.
You
know,
tied the
early,
two things together.
Yeah. But one day, right? But that was when I was in elementary school, right? When Raphael like told me to watch Dragon Ball Z, I was like, no, I don't want to watch it. But then one day I was just like, because back then I was watching a lot of movies because I'm a big film fanatic, and I just started watching like things that I appreciate. But then I was like, I don't want to rewatch the same movie again, because I do like rewatching the same movie sometimes. And then I was like, all right, fine. Let me check out what this Dragon Ball Z is about, right?
Yeah.
Binged it in 2 weeks flat.
Damn. You killed
Dragon Ball
it.
Z, not Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. I'm serious. Like I think and it's possible. If you're like I've done some unhealthy binging before. It's possible. It's very much possible. I myself did it. I am proof that I've.
Nah, bro, I
I've
believe
done it.
you. You know what? You know what that was like for me?
Yeah.
Even though it was only one season. What is it? A Kami Got Kill.
I haven't seen that yet. I've been recommended that a lot. I haven't seen that yet. Ooh.
Nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. Honestly, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to watch it, bro. I think she in here. No, she is. Bro, I've been trying to get her to watch My Hero for like months.
My Hero or a Kami Got Killed?
My Hero, right?
My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
That one's good. That one, although I feel like it's kind of like an up and down. I've rewatched it, but at the same time, I don't want to rewatch it. But then sometimes I do like to rewatch it, and then I'm like, I don't want to rewatch it. So it's weird. No, when I wanted to tell you about Attack on Titan, that I actually kind of relate to you in that.
Yeah.
So before I start, let me just say Attack on Titan is one of my favorite animes of all time. So like, I think it's one
I'm
of my
gonna have to get
favorite
on the
shows.
wave.
Yeah. No, but I'm not gonna like give you shit for like not liking it. Like
Yeah,
you're entitled to your opinion, right? But I will be honest with you and say like when I first started watching it, right? You know, 2015 I started watching anime, and that's after Dragon Ball Z I got introduced to other anime, right? And I watched Attack on Titan back then, and I was like, "Ayo, like this is really good." But it ended, right? Because season 2 wasn't out yet, I think. And when season 2 finally came out, I watched the first episode and I was like, this is trash. I was like, screw this. And then I went back to and then when I found out Attack on Titan, there was like hype behind Attack on Titan, and like people were like actually finally watching or stuff, because you know they did take a huge time to finally release season 2.
Look how long it came out with season 4. Look how long it took to come out with season 4.
Yeah. And that in itself was a lot of tricky stuff too with the studios, but it waited so long that it lost so like, because when when the first season came out, everyone was on it. It was like Attack on Titan. They waited like a whole decade, I think. I might be wrong on that. They waited so long for that, and like I completely forgot everything that happened in the previous season. When I watched the second season, I was like, this is bad. But then I rewatched the first season and I rewatched the second season. I'm like,
your opinion changed a little bit.
I might be mistaken. My favorite season is part 1 of season 3.
See, my favorite. It's like I feel like it's too dark and slow.
Really?
Like it's
too dark, slow.
Yeah, I mean,
it is
like,
slow sometimes. It is slow sometimes. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna assume how everybody's coming at me in the chat that they've all seen.
Wait, let me check
this.
this. Are they actually coming at you in the chat? Hold on.
Everybody's just like, oh, I got AOT this, AOT that. So
okay,
I'm just gonna
hold on. Oh, that's funny. AOT is the best anime. Change my mind. Yeah.
I'm just saying, when they remember when they captured Eren and they had him like in that ice shit, and they had to like break him out, and they were like going through the history of the Titans or whatever, and they were like torturing him and shit. Then they rescued him. After that, they lost me. I know some shit happened.
Wait, after what again? Repeat again.
Remember when they had Aaron locked up in like that ice like basement or whatever?
Aaron.
Was it Aaron?
It was Annie. It was Annie.
Okay.
She was locked up. She was in ice. She was in she put herself in the hardening thing.
No, I thought they had him like I thought they had Aaron locked up in like in chains and like Kenny showed up.
Oh, after the court trial. Yeah. Uh-huh.
After that, I know I watched it after that, but damn, bro, they lost me.
Really?
After that, yeah, after that they lost me because it took a while to get to the next like plot point.
Nah, man, I thought it was pretty good pace. I will disagree with you there. I thought it was pretty good pace. I don't know. Maybe you should. I feel like do give it another chance, but like I'm not gonna give you hate for like not liking it.
I'll give it another chance.
Give it another. Yeah, give it.
I'll give it another chance. I've been trying to like really like watch some new shit. But it's like I don't know. I don't even know what to watch. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
Like I like what I like.
I've been recommended Jujutsu Kaisen, but I haven't watched it yet. I heard it's really good though.
People have been telling me about Jujutsu Kaisen, God of High School. A lot of people tell me to watch Food Wars.
Oh, yeah. I will say my favorite character of all time and anime of all time is Soma from Food Wars.
Really?
I love his personality. It's awesome. No homo, right? It's awesome. I love his personality. It's awesome. Like it, I don't know. Because he's the embodiment of like you don't need talent to be good. You just need smart, hard work, right? You just need trial and error. You just need to be determined in that and not give up, right?
Yeah.
And like something that like his dad says, Joichiro, you know, something that Joichiro says to Soma, right? Or not to Soma, but like, you know, as he's talking about Soma, he's like, the thing about Soma is that, you know, he doesn't have that lid of like people be like, oh, that person's talented, I'm gonna give up because that person's talented. No, that's because they're talented. Sure, you might be put in disadvantage. You gotta surpass them. You can do it. If you really believe you can do it, you will be able to do it, right? But like, you know, because of that whole thing, it's kind of like a manifestation thing. Yeah. Anyways,
anyone that knows, I'm a big JoJo guy.
Jojo.
Big JoJo. Jotaro.
We said it at the same time.
What is it? I remember I watched a meme. of Jotaro versus Dio. And I was like, this shit is hard.
Who's your favorite JoJo?
Joseph.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, I don't want to offend any Jotaro fans if they're watching, but the only personality trait that I feel like Jotaro has is he's just edgy.
That's it.
That's it. Like Joseph's a dick, but he's likable too, right? Because he also, you know,
he's a goofball.
He has depth to his actual personality, not just like, I don't like you, mom, pal, or just fucking whatever. Right? It's like,
I don't like you, mom, smacks her, but I do like you though, low key. Nah, bro. Joseph, the thing about Joseph, right, is he's a goofball. But then when he's serious, and you gotta like make him like he's like All Might, always joking. It's never serious. But then when it's serious, it's clip for your ass. It's over.
Yeah. Joseph's tough. Joseph is so. Oh my god. I like Joseph a lot. I like it when they always are like, "What you're gonna do next is etc. etc. etc."
Oh yeah.
Okay,
he's like, and now you're gonna say.
Now you're gonna say.
He's like, now you're gonna say, fuck you, Nick. And then they're like, whoa. And then like, fuck you. And he's like, I got you. And they're like, wait, how did he know that?
It's like the village reaction, like, next you're gonna say, how could you do that, right? And the village says, how could you do that? Oh.
Yeah, honestly, bro, he's the big brain. He's the biggest of brains. And they really screwed him over when they came out with stands. And they gave him that trash ass fine.
They ruined him, man.
They violated him. If he had a real one, he could have handled the deal by himself. There is no doubt in my mind he would have pulled up on him by himself. Would have won. He would have been like, next you're gonna say.
They give him such a. Wait, I don't know if anyone here in the live stream has watched JoJo's. Have you guys watched JoJo's? Let's interact with that.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
The 5 people that are here.
I know Whitty's seen it.
Hmm.
If
Who?
he's still there. One of the guys listening to this, I'm So Witty. I know he's seen it. Because one of our other
Mm.
friends is really into it, bro. JoJo's Bizarre. He's it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it though if I'm being honest. It's it's I feel like
Oh, nah, we got big JoJo fans in here right now. We lit.
JoJo.
I
All
actually
right.
have to
Well,
finish Giono's story. I got like halfway through it, and then I started watching a whole bunch of other stuff. I have to get
mhm.
back on it.
I think crap, I don't even know what I've been watching recently. Honestly, I've taken like I've been like working on music so much that like honestly I don't even I when I watch anime I just like rewatch some stuff while I'm like editing and stuff.
Hmm.
Just like I kind of have like I get distracted very easily, so like I like to have something playing while I'm just watching something.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
Oh,
have any?
I wanted to say this earlier. I want to loop back to the Attack on Titan thing.
Yeah.
When you go, when you, if you know, if you give Attack on Titan another chance, don't go in with the expectations, because a lot of people in season 4 have gone in with expectations,
Hmm.
and you know when they don't fulfill their expectations, people are like, "What the frick?
Yeah.
Isayama didn't do what I wanted." It's like, well, it's his stuff. You can't really control it.
I did
Um,
watch the first episode. I think the first episode was when they were dropping Titans from that plane, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I watched the first episode, and then like the second one didn't come out yet. Then by the time like the second one came out, like I was just like,
Mhm. I
eh.
have I've really the manga recently finished, and a lot of people have actually been. I have a controversial view on Eren.
Hmm.
So I and like I feel like I know I'm not gonna say anything because I am starting a Patreon,
Hmm.
and I want to put like podcasts and stuff about like my opinions on anime and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
stuff that all that stuff. But I don't want to just put it out there right now. So I'm just gonna
You gotta
keep it
save
low
some
key
stuff.
for
You
now.
gotta
I'm gonna
save
keep
some
it low
stuff.
key for now. Keep it low key for now.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But
Now, what I was gonna ask you, because you just started talking about your music stuff again. I was gonna say I don't see you do a lot of like collabs, like features and stuff.
recently, not anymore, because I've recently been like, well, one, it's kind of hard to rely on. I've had a bad experience with relying on people to
Hmm.
help me finish stuff, and I found that when I work on my own pace and by myself, it's like I get stuff done so much faster. When it's like other people, I'm like, hey yo, where is this? And people cancel and stuff. I actually remember I'm never again like paying for a feature ever again. The one time I paid for a feature was for this guy. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to like
Yeah.
give him shade. But I gave it. He was like he had like a Christmas Black Friday deal. He was like, all right, and he's like a guy I knew from high school, and he was saying like, hey, $15 for a feature, right? And I'm like, okay, bet. And I paid him $15 right for a future feature, right?
Yeah.
And he sent me his stuff, and I was really hoping that he would like he would send me something good. He sent me something that was all right, and I was like, hey yo, can you re-record some parts? Because I'm pretty strict like that. Like I don't want like I have a certain vision
Listen,
for the
if
song.
if your name is gonna be on it, it's gotta be good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If my name's gonna be on it, it's gotta be good, right? And I wasn't like I was like, yo, this sucks, redo it. I didn't say that. I was like, hey, yo, can you please like, I don't think it's fitting, what I'm trying to say. Could you like maybe reword some stuff? Can you retake? Give me some more like things to like re-say. And he was like, hey, yo, I'm not really feeling this right now. But like the way he said it, it was more of like he was like, okay,
Mhm.
blank. Didn't say anything for like a whole like 20-30 minutes, and he was like, yo, I'm not really feeling this right now.
See, then he's not professional. He's not really about his shit. Because if you were, you would just take it, because it's a collab. Like, it's two people. It's me bringing something to you, and then like you gotta match it. Because if I'm gonna work on here with you, right, we can't be two separate entities. It's gotta be like together.
That was the first and last time I'll ever pay for a feature. Now I'm like now I'm more of like, if I want someone on there, I'll be like, hey man, you want to jump on this? And if they don't want to jump on it, or they're saying, you gotta pay me, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll solo it myself. I don't care. Like I feel like now it's more of just me being like, if you want, because I feel like I do have like some like a decent following for like the stage I'm at right now with no marketing team
No,
and
you really
whatever.
do.
I'm at a good starting stage. So like now I'm just like, I kind of want to help my other friends, that do music. So, if they want to jump in and stuff, I'll let them do it. But so I'm seeing it more of like as an opportunity that I can give, right? And more like of me jumping in, because I did contact this guy JVLA. He was pretty cool. He just sent me a beat. I don't know if you know that guy JVLA. He's the guy that made the song. The TikTok song. Like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I'd hear it. I'm so bad. My girlfriend
Yeah,
could co-sign. I'm just really bad with people's voices.
I probably sing it out of tune too, honestly. But yeah. He let me collab and he didn't charge me anything. I was like, all right, bet, that's good, right? So it's more of like, I feel like the profit you get is more of like the streams, right? Your royalties. It's like, why you gotta pay? I know like people nowadays are like, oh, I gotta pay this artist to get on my song. It's like, why are you paying for an artist? And at the same time, I'm like, if you pay for an artist to get on your song so you can get a shout out, it's kind of like I feel
you might as well pay for the promotion.
Yeah, you might as well pay for their promotion. Exactly. Yeah, unless you really want to make like a song with them genuinely or something like that. So I don't know.
There's a guy. I'll send you someone I know. He's one of my friends. He actually makes like sick different beats, right?
Really?
Yeah. And I'll like send you like a playlist.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fuck with it.
But like recently, like I'm like, no more collabs. I'm just trying to solo, like just do solo because it's not like I'm paying anyone for beats. I do the beats myself. It's not like I'm paying anyone to mix my stuff. I do the mixing myself. I do pretty much like, I do the whole thing from scratch. So that's
why I always say like I'm a big collab guy. You don't always like gotta pay for it, right? I get that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But my thing is, it's like you get to have like a different group of people hear your stuff, because like you said, you have your following already, right?
Exactly.
So they already know what to expect of you. They know you, right? So when you, like how I see it, when you collab with other people, they see something different, right? And it's like brought to them in a way where like it's someone that they know and with someone new, and they're like, naturally people, if they they like it, they fuck with it, they're gonna be like, who is that? You know what I mean?
Right,
they're gonna like that's when
thing.
certain people seek you out, like when like someone hears like, because a lot of times people don't just like listen to like or seek out just new different people, but when you hear like a different sound coupled with something that you're used to, you're like, okay.
I've taken that into consideration, but like I feel like it really doesn't work for me as well as maybe it might work for you, because for me, right, when I have done a few collabs, and I haven't really seen as much
like return
results, as much results as I've seen, like, and I've seen all my results come from my own marketing, and I've realized like, why promote a song that I don't have 100% royalties in when I can promote a song that I have 100% royalties in and market the hell out of that one, right? So it's more of like, because I am like, if I do collab with someone, like maybe I get a few extra things from different people, but then I'm like, I am trying to get financially, I'm trying to get financial freedom. I'm trying to like, do my own stuff and everything, right? And I want to, start hiring people to help me out on that stuff. And I just want to keep looking at like the ways that I can get to that faster. And of course I am experimenting with a lot of stuff too. I feel like I'm trying my best to like differentiate as much as possible. I think I apologize for bringing an F-Boy song and the Addicted and Excited song are very different, but not too different, I guess, because it's still my voice. I'm just still experimenting, I guess.
You're trying to find like your
like
specifics.
Yeah, I don't know if I found it yet. I don't know, maybe because like something that I really do want to regard as my sound is like, I feel like people sometimes comment like, is that the same guy when he says like when his voice drops low or when his voice goes high? And I'm like, I wish I could do that for every single song, so it's like you're listening to a whole band, but it's just one person. So like that's
someone
like
else came out like that. I don't remember if it was like,
I'm sure there's been similar ideas to that. Like I'm sure there's different other people.
Robin Thicke. Remember when they dropped Bird Lines? And it sounded like there's like 4 or 5 different people on it, but it was just him just changing what register of his voice he was using. You want like something like that, right? Like where it sounds like you're listening to like a whole bunch of different people, but it's like it's really like it's all you.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I kind of, yeah. I don't think Blurred Lines was a good example for me because I think I did listen to a few of his songs before, so I kind of recognize his voice.
Yeah.
Switch up. So, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's definitely been people that have done the same thing, but it's more of like, making people familiar with your voice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's like, I don't, but my style is more of like, I do want to keep mixing dark R&B with like happy pop, kind of like The Weeknd. But the thing is, like, The Weeknd is more known for his dark R&B, like sad stuff. I kind of want to, I want to do more of like, kind of encouraging people, like instilling my own morals, like with people, because music is kind of therapy in a way. So and
I mean, they have a whole music therapy in like certain hospitals, psych wards,
and if you're listening to like, here, let me use a bad example from The Weeknd, like love through her, let me make love to you while I'm thinking of her, like bro, like that ain't something you want to be listening to, right? It's like, especially like maybe when you're single, is like, yeah, like some fuckboy type shit, right?
Yeah.
But then when you're in a relationship, it's like
you don't want to bring that type of energy.
Was this good? Was this something I should have been listening to, right? Was this something that should have been in my ears, right? And that's why I'm like, I kind of want to make more of a kind of like not be like you have to be like this, but more of like saying how I want to treat someone or how I want to, like, how I feel and stuff like that, and kind of like bring into that, like, with an aesthetic way of doing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know. I'm hoping that differentiates me, but only time will tell, I suppose.
The thing is too, it's like it's very different. Like trying to come up and trying to like, make growth. I mean, like you're already coming up, right? You're already on like the upward trend, and the problem is sometimes like staying on that upward trend because people in groups like basically are finicky, right? Sometimes they want to hear the same thing from you, and sometimes they want to hear something different. And it's like, which one of the masses do you want to please? Do you want to please the people that want consistency, or you want to please the people that want something different? Because at the end of the day, like, yes, everyone has creative freedom to do like what they want.
Yeah.
But in a realistic standpoint, sometimes you gotta please the masses.
Give me.
Oh, well, whatever. We gonna chill. We gonna wait for him to come back. But anyway, what's the look at?
My bad.
Oh,
my bad. Huh? I apologize. My mom had to come in. She was asking me something real quick.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying. Sometimes you don't gotta sell your soul, but sometimes you do gotta give the people's what they want. Like
that's totally true. I totally agree with that. Like
my girlfriend just said, right? She's in the chat. She said Kendrick changes his voice a lot, and that's true because sometimes he doesn't make music just for like people who live in the hood, and he doesn't just make music for white people. So sometimes you gotta switch up what he does, and it's not like he's selling his soul. It's just like he can do that, so he does it, and he pleases the people.
I feel like that's the whole thing with albums, right? Like albums, that's where you really can put like in a lot of stuff that's different, right? Maybe 2 songs with the same vibe, maybe some more of different stuff. That's for the albums, I feel like, right? But right now I don't think dropping an album would be smart for me because it would take time, and it's like that's like an error a lot of people, in my opinion, that I feel like a lot of starting up musicians do make is they make an album first, and like, I mean, unless you're like making a song every single day that you just can't stop, right? And like you have the time to like be like you're producing one whole song, like you're finishing an entire song per day or maybe every 2 days, right? Then
you have
like
3 or 4 EPs, right?
2. And I'm like, all right, if you're, and that was at a time that I was like just fucking it was during the summer, and I was just working, like I had nothing else to do. I think I had just gotten laid off because I missed this thing in my previous job, and I wasn't really working, so I was like, I just put so much time into the music, and I came up with an entire EP during the summer, as well as I think finishing up the other one as well, and like, so I feel like and those were EPs. That wasn't even an album, right? So I feel like when you're starting up, right? It's and that and I will say that was kind of dumb on my part to like add in so much stuff because I did have 12. I did have like a whole EP finished, 6 songs finished.
Mm-hmm.
I had 10 monthly listeners, maybe less. So that was pretty dumb on my part. But you know, when Ackerman Style, you know, Ackerman Style was the one that gave me more the most streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when that one dropped, I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna make another song about Levi, right? And then but in my new EP, so people can listen to all those other 5 songs as well.
Exactly.
But not a whole album though, because then it's like it's just overkill, right? No one's
Mm-hmm.
gonna really listen to the rest of the songs. So yeah, that's why I feel like even now that I have like maybe 50,000 monthly listeners, even now I'm like, no, I shouldn't drop an album yet, because it's like, I mean, I think it wouldn't be smart for me.
My only thing is like, if you ever plan on like having like big people like listening on your shit, or they're trying to like be like, hey, what's your sound? Well, like, what are you about? Like, right? I feel like making an album is for like when you find your sound. So then when other people want to be like, hey, what are you about? You can whip out an album and be like, boom, listen to this. And this is exactly who I am. This is how I'm going to come, you know, from now on, right? Like if you're still looking for your sound, then it's like, it really isn't worth it to drop an album. It's more worth it to do EPs so you can experiment with different things. But like when you do find like what it is smart to drop an album, because what people who like are professional like really like is knowing that you have like a consistency, like you have a style. You feel me?
Yeah. Like right now, honestly, like I really don't think I'm like, right now I'm like, maybe I found my sound, but it's not like right now I'm not actually looking to see if I have a sound. Right now I'm just doing whatever I like right now.
Exactly.
It's more of like, I'm kind of like not really caring that much, because I feel like the whole work in itself is with my promoting. And if the song's good, the song's good. That's why I have in my bio is like, to go hard is my style, you know, going hard, to go hard is my style. I don't really care much like about like if it's good or whatnot. I'm just like, I mean, I don't care if it's, you know, like the same me, right? I mean, I'm just using my same vocal pitches. I'm doing the same, like, you know, going like this and then like going like this and going like this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I'm just like, I just want to keep sticking to that. So I don't know, maybe I'll switch it up soon, but I feel like so far every time I make a new song is kind of refreshing. And and even when I released the F Boy song and the Addicted and Excited, I'm always still conscious. I'm like, is this good? Is this good? I don't know if it's good. I'm still gonna release it, but is this good, right? So like I always submit to like some Reddit pages where like it's like they give you feedback, like brutal feedback, and you know like that kind of like, okay. So
Reddit is brutal, period.
Yeah. So I make sure to do that every time I release a song, because I don't want to like. A lot of people do get delusional. They don't really take feedback. They're not really looking for the feedback either. So, you know, like something I always did when I started out, I always am asking for feedback. Did you like it? What did you not like? You know, and people are like, sometimes nowadays people are like, I really liked it, but I'm like,
do you?
But I'm looking for like, but what did you not like? Because I want to perfect it, right? So it's and that honestly, I feel like that's the best way to grow. Honestly, just
like what is it? Me and my girlfriend were watching like Pitch Perfect 2 yesterday, right? And there's a scene where like the main character, she's a producer, and she came up with one version of the client's song, and the client came up with another version, and she was just telling him how it is. Like, listen, it's just these things are lacking, so I fixed it. Now it's better. But then everyone else in the room is like, oh no, it's fine the way it is. It doesn't like do anyone justice to tell anybody it's good, bro. Like, I want to know like what's good about it, what's bad about it.
Exactly. It's like, it's good. We're like, all right. Thanks.
Yeah, that offers nothing. Like that means nothing.
I mean, of course, if it's a fan, right, and you're like saying like it, and the fan is saying it's good, right, then it's like, thank you, like, for the support, right? But if you're asking like a criticizer, like someone that you're like that you actually want to know like everything in depth and like it's good, you know, that's it. It's like, okay, that wasn't, you know, why did I come to you to like, you know,
exactly. You need like criticism. Something to like work off of. You know, saying it's good or saying it's bad never helps anyone. You've got to say, hey, listen, this part is lacking. You could do this better. Or this was perfect. But or if someone's gonna say like this is good, right? Be like, this is good. You don't have to change this. This is what you got to stick with and implement this into yourself, right?
And here's the thing, you know how you don't rely on fans for that. Fans are there to support you, right? No matter what. So they're not going to give you that criticism, right? It's your job to go out there and look for the criticism. To like go to like maybe go to like some college and like go to your go to a chorus teacher and be like, hey, what do you think of this song, right? Or maybe go to, like I do, go to a Reddit, like subreddit, right? And like submit your thing on like, you know, the peer review feedbacks and stuff. Have them tell you what they think, right? People that might not know you, that can be more brutal to you, or something like that.
What I usually do, because a lot of my friends like make music or they do art and stuff. What I usually do, like if it pertains to music, I'll just be chilling with my like homies that don't know about them, and I'll just play it, right? And that's the easiest way to see if someone really fucks with something or not. Because if you go to somebody like, oh yo, this is my homeboy, listen to this, right? Immediately you're gonna turn off to it, because you know they're gonna be, oh well, it's just some guy, you know what I mean? But if you just play it out loud and people are listening, they're like, what is that? Then you could tell them like, listen, this is my boy. Because people are really biased, especially nowadays. People try to say they're not, but they are. Like you come to certain things like expecting things. Like people even come to Instagram just to scroll expecting to see certain things. Like everything is just like hand fed to everybody. But when you just like experience like new things for the first time without any type of like background to it, is when you really see people's like real reflections, their real thoughts, and like what they really think about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's like, I don't know, it's hard to find like real criticism nowadays, because you either have a whole bunch of yes men or a bunch of people that's just gonna tell you it's just trash and just that's just it. Like
that's the thing, right? It's not, I feel like it's not really about the people. It's more of how like us as individuals carry ourselves, right? Like for me, like, you know, you got to give them that opportunity, because I know people are gonna be shy or like not very like they don't want to tell you, like, especially with everybody being so sensitive nowadays. It's like that people don't want to be brutal. People don't want to like be like extremely critical of it, because then they're like, I don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever, right? They have like that predetermined like thing, like I don't want to, you know, maybe what if I offend you, right?
Yeah.
But that's why it's like, you know, something I always did when I asked like people for advice, I'm like, this is the first thing I said, like, be brutal. Right? I don't care. You're not gonna offend me. Be brutal. Tell me everything. I'm not gonna get offended by whatever you say. Just tell me it straight up.
Yeah, I used to be the same way. Like when I used to show people like my photography, when I used to go like through like weird phases, like where I would try a bunch of different stuff. I'd be like, listen, if I couldn't take what you have to say, I'm gonna ask you in the first place. I would just tell myself that it's good and move on my life. I want to actually know what you think, and you got to be like a type of person that can take criticism, that can like receive that.
Yeah. And even then, like even then, you still have to go like a little pushy about it. You still have to like kind of like lean them in on it, because I've felt that I've gotten like, because I've asked a lot of people for like criticism like a lot back when I was in college. I'm still in college, but like back when I was like in, you know, campus college.
Yeah,
but,
I got you.
But you really have to like, something that I've found that really works is like when you say, I don't like how this part's sounding. What do you think? Do you agree? Should I improve it? Right? It's like, if you already tell them like this part kind of sounds bad, right? It's not like they don't have to break that barrier. You're already like telling them that, right? So they can either agree with it or they can be like, no, it sounds fine, right? Because it's better to say like, I think this part sounds bad, and they're like, no, it sounds good, right? Instead of this part sounds bad, I think I should improve it. Like, yeah, you should work on it a little bit more. It's a lot easier for them to say that.
Yeah, you got to be like specific. You gotta bring it up like a specific type of vibe. Be like, listen, I have a type of feeling that this part is lacking. What do you think it needs? And then, you know, like you said, it breaks down that barrier. People get like they feel more confident to like tell you what they really think.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Gotta ask for feedback. Yeah. If there are any musicians listening, get feedback.
Feedback, bro. With anything you do, though, anything you make, anything like you make from scratch, you create, you gotta have some people that are gonna really tell you when it's really good or when it's like really bad, like what you need to work on and what you need to keep. Because you know what it is too? It's good for when people tell you like, you know, what's bad, you don't ever do it again. But what people usually don't do nowadays too is like tell you what you need to keep doing. You know what I
That
mean?
too. That too. Yeah. That too.
Because like everybody's always like, you know, it's good, but how good is it? Like, should I do this every time? Is it something that gets old? Is it like a timeless thing? You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about Michael Jackson earlier. He's like, hey, that shit. Someone had to have told him to keep doing that, because there's no way. Like, you know, you just randomly just, you know what I mean? Like when you were younger, you never did that.
Unless he doesn't, unless he just didn't give a crap.
Unless you just didn't fuck.
Unless
you know what I
like,
mean?
Because there are times that like there are times that you can be that confident about stuff and be like, I really think this is good, and then like, you know, go on with it. Because like, you know, it really is a balance. Like you have to be self-aware. All this stuff ties into spirituality of like, you know, having to be self-aware. I don't know if you've been in the spiritual community, but like I kind of had like a little phase back then. Now I'm more of like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I do. But like being self-aware, like they call it the third eye, right?
Yeah.
You know, being able to see everything yourself and being like, you know, knowing your actions and stuff, when you're wrong, admitting you're wrong, and like, you know, being mature about it. That's the whole third eye stuff. But you know, logically speaking, that's just being self-aware. So
it's like doing things with like intention. Like if you do something right and I ask you, why did you do that, and you say, I don't know, there's no reason for you to have done it. Like there has to be like intent, like a reason why you do what you do. Because then if not, like, are you even really like living, bro? Like if you're just
there's always a reason. It's just people they're not very self-aware, or they don't have their third eye like up, right? So they're like, oh, I don't know, right? They don't really, they're not really self-aware. Also with, you know, social settings too as well. You know, maybe some people can't really like tell how they're talking and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, and nobody's obviously going to be completely self-aware.
No one's like 100%.
But you can get to a really good point of it that you can be like, this is good. I think I should keep doing this.
My girlfriend's really good at that. I can't even lie. Like, I feel like I'm getting pressed all the time.
I feel like a good sign of like telling that you're pretty self-aware is like when you can admit that you're wrong, like immediately. A lot of people have trouble with that, right? But if you can immediately tell that you're wrong and be like, I'm wrong, and like like mean it when you say I'm sorry in an argument, that's one clear.
Yeah, I used to struggle with that back in the day. I really used to do. I still struggle with it a little bit. Like, cause and the thing is, it's like it's not like an easy thing. Maybe I'm just a bad person or whatever, but like for me, like it's never been an easy thing to like really be like.
It's the human individuality. It's the human individuality, but we can get better. We can improve.
Exactly.
This is the human individuality. It's hard, but it's definitely attainable.
You can definitely do it. And like now I have to like, you know, you catch yourself more. Like when you're aware of it, right? Like when you're putting the intention into like being like, okay, I, you know, sit and like, you know, think before you say something, or like after you said something, you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't like necessary. Maybe that, you know, that hurt someone's feelings, or like, you know what I mean? Like you can still be critical to yourself and be like, okay, listen, I was wrong. There's no reason for me to have done that. You know, you squash whatever problems, and that's it. And you move on. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta crush the beef, man.
Yeah.
Crush the beef.
Honestly, bro, growing up, I used to always want static with everybody. I want beef with everybody. I didn't give a fuck.
I was shy when I was growing up, man. I was introverted.
What? Nah.
For real.
I grew up before I moved upstate. I grew up in Queens as a kid. Always somebody's always beefing about something. You can't walk home from school without like beefing with somebody. Like I used to live in like Jamaica. I swear to God, this one crackhead was always standing at the corner, and every day, like you cannot avoid him. You'll walk across the street, he'll follow you. You'll be running, you'll be jogging, and this man's jogging behind you talking about sour. I got that.
Oh, what the heck?
And I'm like, no, bro, I'm good.
Oh, hell no.
Or you'll be sitting on the train, on the bus or something, and somebody will walk up and be like, yo, I want to sit there. You'd be like, okay. And they're like, you got to get up. You'd be like, nah.
What? That happens in I mean, I was
It
born
don't
in New
happen like that
York,
no
but
more.
I don't really live I don't live there obviously. I'm living Burke,
Yeah.
Virginia.
See,
Oh
like it's not
God,
really like that
should
now.
I have said that?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay. No, I don't know.
fucking.
It's 1:20. You want to wrap stuff up?
Oh shit! I even look to see. Yeah, you know, whatever. We're good.
Yeah.
We were locked in
I think,
here.
wow, we got to 8 people though, so
We've been at a consistent people the whole time. Gucci. Well, with that being
good.
said, we was locked in here with my boy Franco. Go listen to him on the Spotify, TikTok. Check out his Instagram, all that. Anything else you want to say to the people before you sign off, boy? All right. With that being said, my hot girls on my Treesh boys.
Hold on. I got something to say. I got
All
something
right.
to say.
All right. Let's hear it, boy. Hit us with the knowledge.
I don't know. I just want to say bye. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and support. And I was trying to think of some phrase. You know, maybe I can get quoted.
Hit a quote real quick.
But I'm just gonna say thank you. No, I
You want to
appreciate
get
it.
clipped?
With the people that are here, the 8 people. I don't know how many people came here for the for my Instagram, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching me and Tay. Yeah, keep listening.
There we
I
go.
appreciate it.
All right. With that being said, all my hot girls on my Treesh boys. We about to sign off. Be true to yourself. Don't ever let up. Don't let nobody change you who you are. And yeah, we're gonna get up out of here.
Insecure like you, I focused on myself and you're missing me, craving this toxic sensation. That's why I apologize for being a bad boy. Listen, baby, I apologize for being a bad boy. You're not the only girl I'm texting. You knew this, but you kept on chasing. And now you hate me because of me, and my caring heart are gone now. Ask my Hustle hard, I'm one man, addicted and excited. Please don't come with the hands, addicted and excited. Like the girl from Japan, addicted and excited. Like the girl from my land, addicted and excited. Pa' que resistimos el calor, cállate y siente nuestro ardor. En mi pieza es el cazador, dame lo que quiero ahora, mi amor. We survive up to mine. Walk with me to the light. Hustle hard, I'm one man, addicted and excited. Please don't come with the hands, addicted and excited. Like the girl from Japan, addicted and excited. Like the girl from my land, addicted and excited. Solo tu espíritu quiero amar. Reina, ven acá, deja de esperar. Trae tu alma, perteneces acá. Quédate conmigo si quieres ganar. Hago todo lo que quiero, solo de eso sé que creo. Tengo amor para los ángeles, nunca para un cuero. Vivo rápido la vida con mi tiempo, siendo eterno. Con la mente eres romano y el cabello es cuero negro. Hustle hard, I'm one man, addicted and excited. Please don't come with the hands, addicted and excited. Like the girl from Japan, addicted and excited. Like the girl from my land, addicted and excited. You got my piercing eyes on those hips. I can't look another way but your lips. You're a prize with no ties. You're a bliss, and tonight you're feeling right. 'Cause I'm with you and